I used to have so many things on my mind that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to go to the gym, eat healthy, work on my goals, and write a book, but somehow I always ended up in front of my Xbox. At the same time, I always had this voice inside my head: how did this happen? You wanted to get so much done today. So I began to study the topic of motivation, and above all, motivation killers. Because there are a few small, sometimes barely noticeable things that can extremely sabotage your motivation on a regular basis. In this video, I will present to you the 7 most dangerous motivation killers that keep you from achieving your goals and accomplishing the things you set out to do. Before we get started with the video, one short note. At the end of this video, I have a surprise waiting for you that will help you change your life forever. So you better stay tuned until the end. Now, let's get started with motivation killer number 1. Know why for doing what you're doing. If you can't answer this question, your brain won't provide you with enough motivation to do it in the first place. If you're working a job that you don't see any purpose in, you will never give it your all. If you go to the gym but there is no reason behind it that really drives you, you won't be motivated to work out several times a week. However, the good thing is that you can very easily find a motivating reason. But before that, I want to make one more point which is important to me. If you really hate what you do, when you hate your job, when you absolutely don't enjoy your hobbies, or even when you are unsatisfied with your entire life, no motivational trick will help you. You should change your life entirely. Now let's get to a trick to make your activities more meaningful. Every morning after you get up, write the following question on a sheet of paper. Why is today worthwhile? Then take 2 minutes to write down a few possible answers to that question. This little exercise can be life-changing. It gives you a reason and boosts your motivation every morning. Number 2, perfectionism is actually a good thing. You don't want an air pilot to make a mistake. People will lose their lives. You don't want a surgeon to make a mistake. You might end up missing a leg. You don't want the architect of a nuclear reactor to make a mistake. It could end in disaster. Perfectionism is good wherever actions have serious consequences. In everyday life, however, perfectionism holds us back. Suppose you are looking to find the perfect workout plan all week. You keep looking, but the thing that actually leads you to a better body is actually going to the gym. Almost every decision we make in our lives has no serious consequences. You can try something, make a mistake, and fail over and over again. No serious consequence. But how do you overcome perfectionism? Accept doing things imperfectly. Put doing before perfectionism and force yourself to jump unprepared into the unknown. This will not only help you get ahead in life, but give you the experience of knowing that starting imperfectly is not a bad thing after all. Number 3, the wrong attitude. Hardly anything destroys motivation as much as being forced to do something. This is, for example, the reason why so many people hate school. They feel like they have to go to school. And because they feel obligated, they lack motivation to learn or even pay attention in class. But there's a rather simple solution to that. Replace the thought, I have to, with I have decided to. For example, if you don't have the motivation to clean up your apartment, realize that you don't have to clean it up. You have chosen to do this voluntarily because a tidy apartment is important to you. Number 4, waiting for motivation. How often do we think to ourselves, I would love to, but somehow I don't feel like it right now? However, we forget that this is just thought. It has no power over us, and we can still act on it. Steve Jobs didn't feel like it every day, leading a team, dealing with issues, and worked for days without a break, but he did it anyway. And today, Apple is the 2nd richest company in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo would certainly have preferred to watch a movie on Netflix instead of being on the soccer field. Today, he's one of the best soccer players in the world. So remember, action first, then motivation, not the other way around. Number 5, insecurity. Every decision we make takes willpower. However, many people have trouble making decisions and get stuck in a loop. They switch from one decision to another in their heads, forever pondering which is the best choice. Meanwhile, their willpower is draining like a battery. Once the battery is empty, so is the drive and the motivation. That's why it's important to make quick decisions. If you find this difficult, then the 5-second rule will help you. Start in your head by counting down from 5 to 0 and then implement either one of the two options. Sounds pretty simple, but it works. There are thousands of books, blogs, and videos just on this one topic. Number 6, thinking about the future way too much. The most important step is always the one you're taking right now. If you're reading a book and you're unmotivated, 1,000 thoughts will pop into your head. Don't pursue these thoughts, but focus on the book again. If you're really stuck on an idea, write it down in a notebook or your phone. Once that is done, your thoughts will be clear and you can focus on reading again. Well, here comes another, if not one of the most dangerous motivation killers. Number 7, depending on motivation. Motivation is the little sister of discipline. Being motivated is helpful and feels good, but it's impossible to maintain motivation all the time. If you want to have a rock-hard body, find your dream partner, or achieve any other goal, you'll need discipline. Once you manage to build a high self-discipline, everything becomes possible for you. Okay, so I promised you something special at the beginning of the video, and here's the surprise I was talking about. A surprise that will help you achieve success in your life. Thousands of people have already become a part of it and created major success for themselves. Click the link in the description below to learn more about the free gift. Thank you for watching this video. Till next time, live rich.